2.
All installations begin with, well, an installation. So the first thing I'll do is go to my app data location on the computer and then Blender Foundation and Blender. And for the purposes of this demonstration, I will actually rename my 2.90 folder to A in order to make it where next time I open 2.90, Blender will open as if it's never seen an add-on in its life. So now I can just slide this window into place and we could just begin its configuration. So left, search, save new settings, and then I can go to preferences and expand on add-ons, and we can choose to basically install the add-on. So I'm just going to locate it in the area where I downloaded it, and we'll just choose to install. And then after enabling, you're ready to go with Kitops basically. Of course, enter your name, and then you want to just configure your settings as you'd like. If you're using sort with hard ops, you may want to enable particular sort settings depending on your workflow. However, more on that in its dedicated video. So with that, we can actually close this window and we are ready to begin. So I'm just going to begin by just scaling out this cube, and by pressing N we can bring open the end panel, and there's a pack of inserts already installed with this version called the military box kpack that we can just use as a test. So we'll just bring in some pieces and just have a little fun here, why not? In fact, we'll turn off auto scale, and for this one, since we are using Kitops Pro, by being in smart mode we have the option to mirror the object over to the other side. However, I'll need to get it to be accepted by my antivirus. So we want to mirror it on the X and the Z, and as we see, just very quick work with our mirroring. We'll bring in our next insert, which will be this slide box, so we'll just slide this in. However, the normals are getting a little deformed. In order to adjust that, we'll go under our object data, I believe, and expand on normals, and we'll just lower this down to, say, something like 20. And looking at this in front view, we can just rotate this to fit exactly as needed. Sorry about that, got interrupted by a phone call. So coming back to this, we'll just rotate this around, get it to fit in nicely. I'm just kind of thinking on the fly here, just playing with this pack I've never seen before. I like to be surprised. So we'll just slap one of these connectors right here. And since we're in smart mode, we can just shift deduplicate and it'll actually set up our booleans for us, but no need for that because it's already been covered. And we're just dragging these inserts in and just moving them to position. Just seeing what we get here. Of course, we can turn off renderability, just see kind of what our little collage is looking like here. And of course, if we wanted to give it a material, we can by just adding a material. We first must select the object, then add the material, and then if we go into render mode, you can see that material has been assigned. And just like that, that's how easy it is to get started with Kitops. Insert creation is the big new thing with Kitops, so we'll just take this cube and just scale it down. In fact, I'm going to Alt-S cancel that, and we're just going to put a loop cut with Shift-R, and I'll delete the top using box select, and we'll just fill in this top face and just bevel that. And I'm just going to Shift right click, place my cursor here, and then Shift A, add a cube. And with our cube added, we can just go under mesh, I believe, or maybe it's under face. There we go, intersect boolean. And by choosing that, we can just perform an edit mode boolean very quickly on the mesh using the built-in Blender edit mode tools, which are still a classic and worth getting acquainted with because they are there and are the backbone of how we do things in hard ops. So I do like to check in on them time to time. So we'll select everything, and there's also an option up here to symmetrize, but we'll press F9 in order to bring this up, and we'll change the axis to be X plus to X minus. And we'll select everything again, and we'll run symmetrize a second time. Sometimes I forget where these options are. Here we go. And this time we'll scroll it to be Y plus. And just like that, we've basically created our first insert. So I'm just going to grab these 4 points Shift deduplicate, press F, and we'll just extrude this up and press Control L and then P to separate. So now we have this separate object that we just made based off of 4 points at the bottom to start. And if we press Alt Z and go into see-through mode, we can select this object, which has no modifiers because we modeled it destructively. And we can shift select this one, and by pressing Control P, we can choose to keep transform. And now this object is capable of us to press the end panel and go and edit and insert. So we're going to basically click on create insert because we want to create an insert. And now we're in our scene, and I will choose to mark this as a cutter. And the first thing you want to do is, of course, save your insert. So I actually have a location that I like saving to. So now that I'm in the location, we'll just save this as insert 1. It'll just be our first insert. And one of the first things I like to do is look at a render mode with 0 and then go to the render mode. And we see that for this version of Kitops, it has been set to cycles, which you know how I feel about cycles. We'll be revisiting that later. But now that the insert's been saved, I do like to take a moment at the very end to just kind of embellish the look of the thumbnail that I'm about to render. So I'll add a bevel modifier, lower the amount of width on it, and ensure that everything just comes out looking very good as far as shading is concerned. And then I can just render my thumbnail. And brief wait, of course, because it cycles. There's always going to be a small hiccup when that's involved. And we are back in our regular scene, which we'll just hide our main cube. But if we were to look at our kpacks, we actually don't have the kpack loaded where we had it added at. So when it comes to customizing Kitops and its preferences, if you're a returning user, more than likely you have a folder location of kpacks. So I actually have a folder that I work out of called mxset2, which is all of my kpacks that I'm currently working on. And now if we go to basically new demo, we see our very first insert loaded here. And if we were to press Control N and make a new file, we can just go under Kitops, jump to our file, and just immediately begin dropping this insert in, and there's no further issue to it. However, let's say we wanted to modify this insert and make some changes. We can always choose to say edit our insert, which will bring us to the insert itself. And because we mirrored it, we have these lines in the middle. So one of the classics I used to enjoy doing is pressing Control B, rolling the wheel once to bevel, pressing Control numpad minus to lower my selection by 1, and then pressing Alt S to just push things in. And with that, we can just press N, bring up our Kitops panel, and we could just choose to save insert again from here. And then we can even choose to escalate to basically the render scene. So we load the render scene. We're here with our new thumbnail. And if we wanted to, we could just go ahead and just render it. And that's just done. And it's just that easy to make and edit inserts in the new Kitops. And with that, we can wrap up this video, and I'll see you guys next time. So now that I'm done demonstrating Kitops, it's nice to show how I return things back to normal. So because of this installation, there's now a new 2.90 folder here. So we'll just go ahead and delete that. And with my original 2.90 folder, we're just going to remove the A that was added. And of course, I have to fix all my links because I'm using a lot of symbolic links. But once we open 2.90, we're now back in good old HardOps box cutter and Kitops, the normal installation that I'm used to. So that's kind of how I transition my installation from neutral installations to my general installation on the fly by just removing my config directory.